front-facing diary of my spiritual quests in the world and my like nerdy book reports and trying to overcome the social scorn of having a cannabis practice, all in the name of liberation. Hello and welcome to the Stoner Story Witch podcast. My name is Kristyn. I am grateful to be producing this podcast on the lens of the Chorotega people. And today is the winter solstice, 2024. And I am just arriving a little, I think I'm a little bit, I'm noticing my heart is beating a little bit faster. I might connect that with the emotion of like some low grade anxiety because I have a dream of actually just having this be the quickest turnaround ever and just put it out there like as soon as I'm done recording, because it just feels really important that I acknowledge that I began this podcast in the summer solstice of this year. So it has been 1/2 year, like 1/2 revolution around the sun. And I'm like looking back and seeing that season 1, episode 1 was secure attachment and the male gaze. And where I'm at right now in my current season, starting to wrap up my season 2 on severance. And I'm looking forward to having Sophie Strand coming on the podcast in early 2025. I have dreams of doing more subversive smut because the last episode with Burju felt so great, and it's a genre that I continue to feel really compelled by. And I really think that this romantasy genre offers us just another really interesting lens on the question of how does one earn secure attachment within these like really fantastical worlds with men written by women, and how can that resource us in this world with men conditioned by patriarchal systems. Where do we go from here? And if I had to make predictions of what the next 6 months holds, I think more subversive smut. I'm looking forward. If I just want to go back and I want to tell 6 months ago, Kristyn, who had just released that podcast, hadn't finished editing, didn't know that season 2 was going to be what season 2 was going to be about, if there was going to even be a season 2. But I did it. And if I could look back at her and be like, it is going so great. You're loving it. You're having people on the podcast now. You interviewed Carmen Spaniola. You got Sophie Strand on it feels really exciting. And I would just want to say thank you. Thank you, past me. And thank you, listeners. And this week also, this week also marks my first, somebody I didn't even know was listening to my podcast, and they sent me a message saying, I listened to your podcast. I'm listening to this episode and I'm only this much in, and you said this thing and it resonated so deep with me, and here's why. And I fucking love that. Thank you for letting me be a secure attachment figure for you, that I'm a voice that you're choosing to listen to. And I yearn so deeply for connection and community and liberation. And I want to have these conversations so bad. And it's really, really, really hard to find people that I have the secure attachment with in our relationship to have these conversations. So just that there are people listening and feeling some level of support from just like coping. Like I really feel like I'm having a conversation whenever you're listening to this. Like, I wouldn't be here and having these conversations if I didn't believe that there was somebody out there that would just feel a little bit more companioned by it. And most days it's probably just me. It's probably just gonna be different ages, just a really public facing diary of my spiritual quests in the world and my like nerdy book reports and trying to overcome the social scorn of having a cannabis practice, all in the name of liberation. Thank you all. I'm excited that this podcast is half a year old, and I'm really, really, really excited to just keep walking on the path and seeing what comes. I want to thank Matt Shuby for the podcast art, my husband Kevin Carlo for all his help in the creation of the theme song for the podcast, and Anais Mitchell and John Williams for their inspiration of Hedwig's theme and Hadestown. And before I sign off, I would like to leave you with a quote from another one of my teachers, Rev Angel Kyoto Williams, who says, "Love and justice are not two. Without inner change, there can be no outer change. And without collective change, no change matters."